have to start with the Rugrats Passover special.
Oh, yes.
And speaking of Passover, I just got a Passover shout out from Dr. Matt Hemsley.
Shout out to Dr. Hemsley.
Yes, our dear friend. Yep. Talk to me. What do you got?
So, pretty much this is a basic way of showing younger audiences what Passover is like, as the babies were represented as the Israelites and the toddlers like Angelica were the Egyptians, and Angelica playing the Pharaoh. Honestly, it was just a cute thing.
Block this from my memory or something.
So pretty much Tommy's grandfather got into a fight with Minka, Tommy's maternal grandmother. The Pickles family and Angelica and Chucky and his dad all go to their house for Passover. And Boris, stuck in the attic, tells the little ones a story of Moses and how he got the Israelites out of Egypt. As we all know the story.
Yes, we've all seen the Prince of Egypt.
And we'll be talking about that in a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
A little later, we'll talk about it. But yeah, I vaguely remember this special, Allie. I'll be honest with you.
It's on Paramount Plus.
I'm getting weird flashbacks right now.
Because I remember Boris and Minka were fighting. and
I forget who Boris and Minka are.
They are
Dee Dee's
Tommy's
parents.
maternal grandparents. So they're Dee Dee's parents. Dee Dee's Jewish, Stu is Christian.
They don't really talk about Stu's religious faith that much, so
Yeah, true.
they just assume. We're just going to assume.
Or we don't know the religion, but
Maybe he's just non-secular.
we're doing another discussion about religion.
We're talking about two religious holidays, so you know religion is going to come up. And tonight we get a free pass.
Oh boy!
Next
But
week
I
that
would say
free
this
pass
is
goes
a
away.
cute-
But
This was a very cute special. I think one of the funniest things was Angelica questioning if there was any other children before her going to a live action of calling her dad. She's like, was there anybody older than me? No, Cupcake, you're the only child, and that means you're also the oldest. During the plague of the
death of the
firstborn.
firstborn.
My question: how do they handle the death of the firstborns thing?
Very likely.
We don't know. We know that in the story of Exodus, Israelites were to put up red, like
Goat's blood.
Yes.
to show for the Passover part.
Mhm.
That way God can pass over them.
And Chucky wiped the goat's blood off.
Well, I'm sure it couldn't have been actual goat's blood. It had to have been like
Pain.
Kool-Aid or something. Paint. Or, yeah. What she said.
Yep.
All right.
So-
Anything else for Rugrats or?
But you know what? I'm going to say this. I think this is why Rugrats was such a groundbreaking show. Because usually shows would just cover things like Thanksgiving, Halloween, Christmas. Rugrats covered Hanukkah. They covered Passover. They covered Kwanzaa.
Check out the
Yeah.
educational episode to see why Rugrats is also considered an educational television show.
Go check it out when you have a moment. And yeah, I do remember when Stu and Minka and Dee Dee are trying to do the Seder, and Stu's just botching everything.
Yeah. Oh, I actually have one more fun fact. So when I was in college, I went to a Jewish convention and I met the guy who wrote both the Rugrats Passover special and the Rugrats Hanukkah special
Wow.
at a convention. I mean, we couldn't take pictures at the time because it was Sabbath and we weren't allowed to. But he talked about how the Passover and Hanukkah special were related to his family and trying to struggle with having children.
I think you told us this, but yeah, that's pretty cool.
I figure I'll share it with everyone as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, Rugrats Passover. I do remember that. Like, I think it's good for kids. It's like a very simplified way to tell the Passover story.
Yeah. Definitely.
A
And-
much more simplified way than the other versions of the Passover story that we're going to get into later.
And there might be one that's inappropriate in some ways. I'll be honest, there will be one for me I'm going to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Rugrats Passover. Anything else? Anyone else have anything to say about that?
Just watch it. That's all I can say.
Okay.
All
Paramount
righty.
Plus, please go watch it.
All righty.
Who wants to go next?
Justin, why don't you go next?
Ah, well, okay. I guess we can go from one Passover special to the next. Why don't we talk about the Prince of Egypt?
Oh, I was going to talk about 10 Commandments first, but we can do that if you want.
I'll be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
I have not seen the 10 Commandments in full.
It
You know
is
what
long.
You know what we could do here? We could kill two birds.
With one stone?
Or oh, I'm sorry, Peter. Feed two birds with one scone.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't want Peter coming after us.
Yeah. So we're
Okay,
gonna talk
so
Ten
It's not like
Commandments.
we're killing a mockingbird or anything like that. So
should we do
500
10 Commandments or Prince of Egypt?
actually, I was going for a To Kill a Mockingbird reference, but okay.
No.
Uh,